Oh my god, people are playing OP duels. Let's go. Anyways, welcome to a video where I talk about programmer art again. At least, I was supposed to upload that video, but I chose to scrap it in favor of this format. And that's because programmer art has been neglected ever since its goddamn introduction. Have you seen the Netherrack? Or the Mycelium? Or the Nylium, it's called. Of course, we have to understand why one should care. About programmer art in the first place, other than the fact that I'm bad at the video game, and with it not being updated and it being an official feature of the fucking game, you know, you would think that it would, you know, get some support, just because it's just a fucking texture pack. And I don't know about you, but I don't think a texture pack is that hard to update in the style of programmer art. I'm surprised I won that. I shouldn't have, but I did. But we should also talk about the default textures, because I'm not a fan of default textures. Not because of it's a soft shaded style. That's preference. Art is subjective. I definitely hate the soft style more often than not, you know, because hard shading is good. Imagine if, you know, I mean, we see it right now with, like, everything being soft and blurry in a 16 by 16. The cherry logs are a sin against humanity and should be federally legislated against, and the people who came up with the method to make that texture should be systematically... I don't think Jappa is really that strong when it comes to his own style for the game, you know, that soft look. I think Stay True does a better job, and I forgot the name of the person who made that pack, but I would highly recommend Stay True, and I'm not being paid either, which is unfortunate. I would love money. I'm a very greedy individual, and I love money more than people. But there's also the fact that, you know, it's been like in 12 versions since 1.9 came out. Where the hell is the game rule to just add the old combat back? I understand it's a... What is that? That is a genius idea. I wish I came up with that. Not even close, baby. I fucked up. Anyways, with 1.13, they added the Phantoms, and they also included a game rule that disabled the Phantoms, which was very nice for multiplayer servers. Getting used to that ping is always a pain, because I always happen to join when everyone on the West Coast or in Britain happens to be on, because I know this server is hosted in the East Coast. But with 1.13, they added Phantoms, and Phantoms can be undone by a game rule. In 1.14... I hate West Coast so much. Yes! Anyways, Wandering Trader was also added. Some multiplayer servers implementing the Wandering Trader would be kind of whack. So it's been 12 updates. 1.9 is still known as the most controversial update the game has ever had, even compared to the mild update. Hi everyone, Chicken Power here, from now like a month here. This guy has high ping. I think his ping is upset. Okay, but anyways, me from like months ago is like remembering I mentioned the mild update, but I didn't actually mention the Warden in particular, which they added the Warden and made him toggleable, which is just more salt on the wound. And just further like reinforces my point where they... So anyways, I should mention, like, considering how they changed the grass code, like, they changed the name of grass in the code that one time and broke every texture pack in existence, it doesn't strike me as strange. In fact, it does seem a little bit, you know, malicious that they wouldn't implement something that would greatly benefit servers in being able to implement new features for its player base. Because imagine all the new redstone bullshit you can get from... Like, imagine all the new redstone features you could get by, you know, being able to update and use observer blocks. I think observer blocks are like 1.14. I don't know. All the new features, like the trident. There's another game, I forgot. G. See. Sorry, I was reading the chat. The fact that, like, servers can't utilize the new blocks for their builds, and, you know, like, all the cool stuff that exists, like the new biomes, the new mechanics, the new interactions, like, all that cool stuff, it's just locked away by a single thing, and it shouldn't be that hard, because, you know, it can be done in a mod. I don't think that's, it's not even, like, the most outlandish mod either. It's literally changing one thing. So, that's how I see it, and that's why, you know, under Microsoft, you can't really trust Mojang to do shit.